I found out about this on a post on Atari Age. Thank you, MS. And I wanted to share that homebrew developers have come up with a port of Real Bout Fatal Fury, and want to just show this amazing port. There's a link to a YouTube page where you can check out the demo. I've been told that certain emulators have some slowdown. I'm actually playing this on an Ouya, believe it or not. So if there's any slowdown that you see in this demo, it is just because I'm playing on Ouya. But anyways, this is an absolutely fantastic port of the Neo Geo game, and there's just some amazing stuff going on in the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive aftermarket development scene, where you're seeing some amazing homebrews as well as ports of more powerful games on the Sega Genesis. And this is just a perfect example. Look at that. I can't describe enough how amazing this game runs. You can check it out for yourself. There is a host site that's offering the demo. It will take an email at least, so just a heads up on that. But if you don't want to do that, you can just watch this video. And want to thank everybody. I cover a lot of homebrew and aftermarket products. The forum Atari Age has a subtopic on this, and it discusses kind of the backstory of this. This was supposed to be released supposedly last Christmas and didn't. There's some backstory with that, and hopefully moving forward this can get some form of release. Anyways, this is the light version. Really cool. And look at that. Holy cow. It's taking some aspects of some other games. It's not a one-to-one port, but boy, really doing a great job here. Excellent music, color, lots of things melded into this release. I don't know the whole backstory. I will put a link again to the YouTube channel where you can check out the demo in the description of that YouTube video. So here I am playing this. I'm rusty, so please forgive me. I can pull off a couple of the moves. Terry is my favorite Fatal Fury character. Yeah, excellent sprite size and very fluid. This is an excellent port. So I am playing on an Ouya, playing through the Genesis Mega Drive emulator on there. So if there's slowdown that you detect, you see, it's possibly because of that. Completely playable though. So in the comments, did you know about this? Tell me what you think of this port to an inferior console. Anyways, I cover lots of Sega Genesis and just video game content in general. I had to cover this today. Heard about this, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to check it out for myself. As huge Neo Geo fan, pretty big Fatal Fury fan. I'm not the best at fighting games, but I had to show it, and just well done. Check out the demo for yourself. Pretty amazing. Alright. Yeah, I want to show you a couple other characters. The attract mode's pretty sweet because it shows different characters fighting. Yeah, Terry's my favorite. Who's your favorite of the Fatal Fury universe? I have lots of fond memories of growing up in the arcades playing Neo Geo games. It was at a time really when arcades started becoming, the cost was going up, and so many Neo Geo games in my area were still 25 cents. So I appreciated and enjoyed playing Neo Geo games in the mid to late 90s because they were still 25 cents. And you know what? That was pretty awesome. Samurai Showdown 2 is probably still my favorite. Go to Neo Geo game. There's so many classics on the Neo Geo. And, you know, showing this being able to fully run on stock Sega Genesis. This is an emulator, but I'm sure it runs fine on Sega Genesis, if not better. Isn't that crazy? I can't wait to see what else is going to be ported from the Neo Geo library to a stock Sega Genesis. I'm a big fan of, I don't know if I'd call it a demake, because it's closer to a port. So I don't know. Would you call this a demake? Is it a demake because it's on an inferior hardware? In the comments, let me know. But had to show this. Looks like it's got all the moves, and there's unlockable codes too that you can get further characters, or further a hidden character. Here's Mai. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with playing with Mai, but I'll do my best. But yeah, it's just amazing to see what the Sega Genesis is truly capable of, and seeing this just puts a smile on my face. Huge fan of the Sega Genesis. It's one of the things in my collecting journey that I have appreciated collecting the most. I've been asked several times what's like the #1 console that you have loved collecting over the years. Hands down, Sega Genesis. It's just been awesome to see it continue to be supported as well. This is just brilliant. So yeah, you can check it out yourself. There'll be a link in the description and a link to the forum for kind of the backstory, a little bit of the backstory. Thank you, MS, for posting this on Atari Age. Most appreciated. So I can't wait to see if this gets an actual release. And thank you so much for coming and viewing this video. I love Sega Genesis. I love Sega, and we'll continue to cover stuff like this. And if you like what you see, consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell, as I'm uploading videos every week. And just wanted to cover this excellent news that this is now available to download and check out on emulation. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.